Well, we're here. I am going to just start by saying this is not going to be the usual Gab Fam review because your girl is going through it. It has been, even just the last hour has been insane. It's taken me a whole hour to get this situation set up on top of just everything else. So if I'm a little off and if this is a little not your usual, it's because we are not our usual, but I wanted to make sure to still get something up for Saturday's launch. So it's literally Thursday night when I'm filming this. So we got to speed edit. We got to speed get this up. We just got to speed. So welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking all things Lift Like a Lady collection. I'm going to do my absolute best to get all the details down that you guys need. As always, I will also have my PDF. But just hop on board to the Chaos Express because if you guys have been following me on my other social medias, you know that I've just not been my usual self and I am quite literally treading water that I cannot even tread in real life because I can't swim. But I wanted to make sure to still show up in some sort of way. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys want any details on the Lift Like a Lady collection by Buffbunny collection launching on Saturday, September 20th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, then just keep watching. Like your girl didn't even glam. That is how much this is not our typical shit. And usually I'm sitting, I have my try-on clips, just all the things. So I'm just putting it out there when you're already noticing, but I hope nonetheless the information provided is still helpful. Hello, my name is Gabrielle Tongo, but you can call me Gabs. And for today's video, I am going to be going through the entire Lift Like a Lady collection that is launching this weekend. And there are a few pieces that I don't have. For any pieces I don't have, I will shed light on what sizes I would get, what I think about it from not being able to have it myself. I will be doing some try-on comparisons. I will be giving you all the details. I do have a free PDF that goes along with all of my videos, and those ones have more context to them that I may not be saying verbally. So more side-by-side photos, more measurements, more additional thoughts. They usually go hand in hand very, very well, and it is completely free. So I would recommend you pause this video and download that free PDF so that you have all the details in front of you when it comes to what I say, what I show, and what is in that PDF. If at the end of this video you have any additional questions, you guys can always ask me over on my Discord or on my Instagram by replying to one of my question boxes. I will be putting that up tomorrow, which is probably today by the time you're watching this video, and that will be the best way for me to get to you guys one-on-one, given just how late I am with all the things with this collection. But I know how helpful my PDF and my videos are for the Gab Fam, so I could not let you guys go without one this collection, no matter what is going on. And so I hope they continue to be helpful, whether you are similar body type to me, similar sizes. A lot of people say just how helpful the details that I can provide are helpful. So with that being said, we are going to go through some other housekeeping things and then get right into the video because we have a lot of changes, a lot of pieces, and a lot of gorgeous colors to go through. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, the colors, I am absolutely in love. The immediate thoughts that I had was like strawberry matcha vibes almost. I know this isn't quite like a matcha green, but just seeing this color, seeing the bloom, seeing the Empire Rose. Oh my God, the Empire Rose is my absolute favorite. I just really love the transition tones we've got going on as we get ready for fall. I know summer is not officially until this Sunday, which is September 21st, or is it September 22nd? But I think this is such a perfect like transitional palette as we get into fall. And I personally really do love these greens. I love pink so much. And so if you are a green, pink, or print girl, you may really, really like this collection. As always, not every single collection is for everybody, and that is okay. We all have different preferences, and you've got a lot of hard-earned money that you cannot be spending for no reason. So be selective on the things that you do truly want and don't feel like you have to buy from every single collection. As always, I will give you guys my honest thoughts on what I would buy myself, what I like, what I don't like, changes I appreciate, changes I don't appreciate, what I'd like to see differently, and all the things in between. But when it comes to the colorways of this collection, I truly do love them for myself personally based on the colors that I personally like to wear. We are seeing a few pieces that are definitely updated, and I think that's the biggest thing to preface is that there's been a lot of updates to pieces that we have seen before, so I will do my best to cover what those adjustments have been. I'll make sure to put them on the screen so they're very obvious. honestly, sometimes it's hard to notice a difference and sometimes it isn't. And so again, I will do my best to highlight those as I personally experience them. I think that's another thing to keep in mind, is that every body is so different. And so we may like some adjustments, may not like some adjustments, notice some adjustments, not notice some adjustments, and that's just really going to come down to the different bodies that are wearing these pieces. So what may be something that bothers me might be something that'd be great for you, and that's just totally okay. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and start with the outfit that I'm wearing here. This is the Alpha sports bra as well as the Micro Legacy shorts in 4 inches. Yes, Micro Legacy shorts are back. Well, Micro Legacy in general. We haven't seen her since, I want to say, No Filter. And not only are we going to be seeing the shorts in 4 inches, but we'll also be seeing it in 6 inches as well, which I do have in the bloom color coming up. So the Alpha sports bra, I feel like it's been a minute since I've actually done a try-on clip with it. They 100% made this deeper plunge deeper than it already was, because I feel very cleavage in the Alpha sports bra. It's always been a more cleavage bra. However, this cut specifically feels just a little bit more than usual. I very much am only really wearing this when I'm at home or when I go to Pilates. I'm not as conscious about the cleavage at Pilates just because it's mostly all girls there. We're all kind of doing our own thing. But wearing this to the gym would be a little much for me and my 36 double Ds, but to each their own for sure. I mean, she is like a standard bra that I think everyone will love. Like, it's just a flattering, cut and fit, and we love the back here. We really do like the way that it is, the open back concept, the crisscross, everything like that. Like, she's just such a great style in general, but like I said, it's just the cleavage. It can be a lot, especially for working out. But I do still wear her, like I said, just being mindful of it. Something I've always kind of experienced with the Alpha sports bra is that you'll see that like my boob is actually right here, which is slightly below the actual seam. Again, I'm not sure if it's because I have implants or what, but that is something that is quite typical for myself. But I wanted to just highlight that this little shadow you're seeing is because that is where my actual boob ends, which is a little bit past the seam here. I personally am always wearing a large in the Alpha sports bras. If I go down to a medium, it is way too much of a little lift for my girls. If I go extra large, then it just becomes a little bit too loose in other areas. So the large just fit me the best. And like I said, I definitely recognize a little bit of an adjustment in the Alpha sports bras. I feel like this adjustment happened a couple launches ago though. Like, I won't say that this is the first time we've seen this adjustment. As for the Micro Legacy shorts in the 4 inches, I honestly don't mind them whatsoever. I think everyone's biggest thing right now is that the Nubri has officially been like readjusted back to what we knew the Nubri to be. For a little bit, it was getting a little bit too much like the butter, where it was very stretchy, a little bit less compressive. And so it's getting confusing as to what was the difference between butter and Nubri. This time around, and I'd say in the recent few couple launches, the Nubri has definitely gone back to its original form, which is I do love. And so I do find that the Micro Legacy does fit as if like the Legacy leggings or anything like that. The Nubri feels pretty normal to me. I always go with the size medium whenever I'm wearing anything that is 4 inches or shorter. That for some reason just gives me a little bit more allowance throughout, whether that's, in the thighs, if that gives me a little bit more of a higher rise. I've just always gone that way when it comes to 4 inches or shorter. I don't know anyone else that follows that rule, but it's just something that I've always personally done. If it's 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, I always go with my small. So it's very interesting math that I have to that, but it's just what's been really good for me. I don't feel like they're too short. I think that's the other thing too, is like if you're not really like used to, your cheeks being like borderline out, it is nice to just have that little bit of a size up to give me just a little bit of extra coverage, especially here when it comes to like the shadows of where your cheeks can be. So yeah, this is a medium in the Micro Legacy shorts here. I will do a quick cellulite test here for you. It's also very different having my mic on while I'm doing the try on, because I can talk and do things at the same time without looking at the screen. This is the stretchiness we have to it there. And you'll notice here, the biggest difference between Legacy and Micro is that Micro quite literally has more micro lines happening here. So you'll see that they're smaller and closer together versus our traditional Legacy legging back butterfly detail. So this we haven't seen, I wanna say, since No Filter. I think I said that already, but that is the last time I think that we've seen any sort of Micro Legacy in general. So really nice to see it come back. If you guys are new here, my torso is non-existent, so literally everything always looks like a one piece on me. I also very much do love the higher rise, ultra high rise. Again, not for everyone, but for me, I don't know, I guess I'm just used to like not having much space here. I could very much like roll this down a little bit if I wanted to, just to give it a little separation, but I think that just comes down to personal preference. But this is everything just kind of like normally pulled down and adjusted on this outfit here. We have the beautiful Bloom color. I love this pink so much. I think it's such a beautiful cool tone pink, in my opinion. I would say it's cool tone, and I think it's just so flattering on various skin colors and complexions, and it's just so nice. This is the Micro Legacy 6-inch shorts now. As you can see, it's a little bit longer, and these are in a size small, so instantly you'll see that the rise comes a little bit lower, which does cause a lot more rolling here. So when I do wear mediums, it does come a little bit higher, so it does sometimes go a little bit higher than where my fold naturally happens. That's just naturally what happens for me, and literally 99% of my bottoms is I do get a little bit of rolling here. That is because I do carry a lot of my body fat in my midsection, in my back, and so that is where a lot happens. And it's just like I said, I don't necessarily think it's due to the pieces. I think it's just the way that my body is. And so this is, again, the 6-inch Micro Legacy shorts. I will say that I haven't been finding much camel toe so far in a lot of the pieces, but if I do notice anything, I'll be sure to let you know. So yeah, 6-inch in the Bloom. This is what it looks like here. I love that we're getting more options in inseams in shorts in general, just because everyone does have a personal preference as to if they like it a little bit shorter just under here, if they like it a little bit longer. I think some styles definitely look better in certain lengths. Again, it just all comes down to personal preference. So I do love that we're just catering to various preferences that may be out there. Next up is the long sleeve curve, curve long sleeve maybe? Long sleeve, curve, crop, I'm not sure right now, honestly, but we have seen this a few times. I personally haven't actually reviewed it since the Juicy collection, and I will say the adjustments I do love a lot. I know not everyone loves them, especially the IBTC. They're not loving it because it's just a lot more coverage. It's a lot more height this way. But on the contrary to those who are BTC, that is something that we wanted to see from the Juicy ones. I will be trying on the Juicy version after this in the red, but you can see that the curve is very much still there. If I raise my hands, it's not as scary, so I can comfortably do that, where with the ones from Juicy, I definitely was very careful with how I was shifting this here. I'm also wearing a large in this one versus I had to get an extra large in the Juicy one to give me even a little bit of coverage that felt good enough. So yeah, I'm really happy with the updates here. Again, not everyone is going to love it, but I feel that it sits very comfortably under my bust. And then again, I can comfortably, do a back day, for example, in this. I will say, because I do get a large, there is a little bit of extra fabric here in the arms. Typically when I do a top of some sort, whether that's a sweater or a t-shirt or a regular long sleeve, I'm doing a medium because that is what typically will fit a little bit better throughout. I also do apologize. I realized I've been looking a lot over there, and that's because that's where my viewfinder is. I'm filming myself this time, which I don't typically do. So I do apologize if I'm looking over there a lot. I'm just realizing that. But anyways, yeah, this is the large right here. And I do really like the princess thumb holes that they have. I think they just cut it really dainty and nice. So this is what the thumb holes look like. So it's nice and flat, I also realized I was a little bit twisted, but yeah. So I'm really happy with the adjustments, like I said. However, I do understand that the IBTC may not love it because it just gives a lot more coverage, especially this way, which again, is great for the BTC, but I can see why the IBTC doesn't love it. I also feel like I don't have as much clavage happening either. And so yeah, just something to consider if you did really like the way that the ones in the Juicy collection did fit. It is different. Again, this is an update that I think happened back in the summer sale, I believe it was. And so it's been like this for a minute, but yeah, it is something that I'm really happy about. It's like a regular coverage in the back here. And I think this outfit just looks so freaking cute. I love it so much. I feel like a little ballerina a little bit, like a definitely Pilates princess right here. I will say this does not come with any boot pads. However, there is a hole that you could put boot pads in. So you could take literally boot pads from any bra that you own and just pop them in there, or you could do just the nipple covers. I personally don't have anything in there right now, but they don't come with boob pads. I will say that. I feel like whenever we have tops like this, they have kind of cut out the boob pads. So it's not something that's like abnormal to not have them with it. I have my own thoughts on that. I'm like, why not just give them anyways? And then we just take them out if you don't want them. Because some people do like to use them still, right? So yeah, so that is the long sleeve curve crop and the 6-inch micro legacy shorts. So like I said, that was a large, and this is an extra large from the first time that we saw the long sleeve curve tops. And this is an extra large. Like you can see how I'm barely covering the cups. It's definitely a lower plunge, and then it definitely comes shorter. So this right here is a lot smaller than the one that is coming out in the collection coming up this Saturday. So just so you guys can see the difference, again, just be mindful of that if you really, really liked the one in Juicy, that it is slightly different this time around. But like, yeah, this I'm like not sure if I would do like a back day, like just looking like that. Like you can see a little bit of my under boob there. But if I pull it down, then the girls are coming out. Like you can see the spillage happening right here. You know what I mean? So yeah, and like even because I had to go up to an extra large, like I had a lot of looseness here. So overall, for me in my BTC, I'm loving the improvements. And again, I would go a size down from what you had in Juicy, regardless, whether you're IBTC, BTC, I would just say that based on the adjustments, I would do a size down, especially if you did size up just to get a little bit more coverage here. So that's a comparison for you guys. Sticking to the micro legacy situation, I am trying on the micro legacy leggings that are from the No Filter, just to show like how different the Newbury was back then. Like very stretchy, lots of excess here, which isn't my typical, especially in size smalls. So this is what we previously saw for the micro legacy leggings here. So quite ultra high rise, I would say, because yeah, she can go over my bra for sure if I wanted to. So I personally don't like hate them or anything like that. I think I got a little bit of camel toe. I can't really tell right here, but you might be able to see it right now. But I do want to just show the original ones first. So again, you can really tell these are a lot softer, a lot stretchier, a lot thinner, very similar feeling to butter, even though it should be more like a Newbury. And let me now put the new ones on in the garden party color. So I can immediately tell the compression is different in these ones than the ones that I just showed you, which were from the No Filter collection. I don't feel like these come as high rise. They do still come up a higher rise, which I do enjoy, but not as high as the ones that I just had on. I do notice that the back rise is a little bit lower, which they did note. They did make that adjustment. I will put the full adjustment that they've made on the screen here, but I can definitely tell, like, right? Like you can see the gap here versus the last one. So this is what a small looks like now. This is the cellulite situation that we've got here that I always like to do. And then the rise up front is still like a nice high rise for me personally, but you can definitely tell it's just like overall tighter all around based on the fabric adjustment and the Newbury just being more accurate to what we've known. And then, yeah, just a few other adjustments that they made all together when it came to the micro legacy leggings in general. So just be mindful of that. I don't think that I would change my sizing per se. Like I said, I have a small in those ones. I'm wearing a small right here, and I still feel fine in this size. I feel like if I got a medium, it would fit like the other ones, which I don't really want personally. So I think just, again, keep that in mind that the Newbury is different in these ones than the last ones if you're comparing directly to the last micro legacy leggings. So yeah, I do like the micro legacy. I think it gives a cute little, little situation here. It's nothing like with a scrunch or anything like that where it's like ultra, booty contouring or anything like that. But I do think it's a nice little delicate touch. I've always loved the legacy leggings so much, and the micro legacy is just like a nice little sister to her, So that is the micro legacy leggings update situation. Now let's move on to the matching leggings to this. So let me switch one more time and then we'll get into the bra and the matching legging. Oh my gosh, like I literally just love this Empire Rose color so much. It's such a beautiful, like pink, purple situation. It just looks so freaking good. Literally when I saw this color, I got a lot of my pieces in it. Like if I didn't need to compare the other ones, I would have absolutely gotten more. But I was like, you know, have some variety. But truly such a stunning color. And so this is an outfit that we've seen before, which is the collagen sports bra and leggings. It took me a minute to grow into loving the collagen pieces. I wasn't like anything like, oh my God, I love this, I need this, for a little bit there. But as I've worn them more, I really do. Oh my gosh, you guys, words are hard. I do really enjoy the pieces all together. I think that they're such a great like combo in regards to like how the design is, like on the leggings, in the bra, in the feel of the collagen fabric. The collagen fabric is such a unique one because there is collagen infused into the fabric. Like, what the heck? That is wild. But yeah, over the last little bit of having collagen pieces, I have definitely gravitated towards them a lot. I remember specifically also gravitating towards them a lot for running. They're not technically a performance fabric, but I actually really just enjoyed, again, just the way that they felt, the compression that it gives me. It definitely gives me more compression than Nubri, but it's not quite like Airbrush or Elysium or anything like that. Like, it's a very, very unique finish. Like, it almost feels like a satin finish is the best way to describe it. It's not quite like brushed like Nubri is or butter or anything like that, but it still has that bit of softness to it with a little bit of slickness, if that makes sense. But like not as much slickness as like Airbrush and Elysium. Like, it's a nice happy medium, and that's why I say it's kind of like a satin finish. You can even see the bit of a shine into it as well as the lights are kind of reflecting off of it. So I genuinely really do like this outfit in general. They did update the gusset, so when I do put the original ones on, you guys will be able to compare the gusset situation and maybe you can tell a difference or not. I know that camel toe was a thing that I was combating with the original collagen ones. So we will see once I put that mocha berry set back on. But for right now, I feel like the camel toe is good to go. I really do like the small little details that the leggings have, where it has this side paneling here, the really, really thick tubing stitching. And then we have the nice little glute contouring situation happening up here. So it just gives a nice little contour, you know, nothing crazy or anything like that. But I do really like that. And then the waistband is nice and, you know, compressive there. Again, it does naturally roll on me. That's just what happens when I bend over like this. You can see that it is rolling like that, but it is just something that happens with my body type. So it doesn't bother me to say like, oh, I'm not going to get it. Sometimes it can be excessive in some certain pieces, but I'm totally all good with this one, that it's going to roll like this. Now, moving on to the bra here. Let me get a little bit closer up. So sorry that my face gets cut off. But moving on to the bra, we have a bonded bottom here. Bonding is not for everybody. I do think that I've grown to like it in certain pieces, and in this one I really don't mind. I think that this undercurve here underneath the bust is really, really flattering for all cup sizes. And then the back here does have a seam as well. So it's a different seam detailing in the back than it is in the front. So it's only bonded in the front, not all the way throughout. And then we have the just like inside seam here that's kind of like hidden, like a hidden elastic situation. So I do love that. I do love how we have, you know, this here kind of tucking in the lats, and then we have a nice plain racer back situation going on. So I do think it's just like a very, very flattering, but like plain bra at the same time. Like, this one would definitely look nice under a long sleeve and you wouldn't see too much of the details. I'll actually pop the halo long sleeve on to show you guys, but yeah, I really do like the collagen. Yes, it is a little bit of a deeper cut bra, but I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me as much as say like the Alpha one. I know it can kind of look like I have the same amount of cleavage, but I do feel like the Alpha goes just a little bit deeper. And I think when I balance it out with some leggings, like, it doesn't feel quite the same. And I mean, I say that, but I'm like, also if I were to wear the Alpha bra with like the Micro Legacy leggings, like, I'd still feel really out there, but I don't know. It's a girl math thing or like a BTC math thing. Like, I just feel not too out there with this one. Again, here is a close-up of the side when it comes to spillage. Definitely not the same as what the Alpha does, for sure. I know, I can't remember if I did a close-up or not, but definitely not the same. But I do love, like I said, just overall how this bra fits. It doesn't come all the way out when it comes to the armpit coverage or anything, or the side boob coverage, but I do think like it's a decent amount, right? Like, I think it's nice to have the variety of those that like fully cover us, don't cover us, all the things, because you never know in the mood, you never know in the vibe, you know, but nothing super alarming for me personally when it comes to this bra. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop on the long sleeve just so that you guys can see how this bra is with the long sleeve. Let me just clip this right here for now. Oh, the halo as a long sleeve, incredible. Just so incredible. Like everyone has always loved, I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. Everyone's loved the halo baby tees for so long, but seeing it in a long sleeve, so perfect for layering as we get into fall, as we get into winter, and like even just as a nice little cover up. I will say that the halo is absolutely terrible when it comes to sweat, so do not expect it to be sweat wicking, hide sweat, anything like that. I don't mind it just because I just sweat a lot and it's just naturally going to show regardless, but I do really love the halo long sleeve. It just is so nice. Like I love it way more than the t-shirts, I will say that. I also have the shorter version. You guys know that I love anything more at the like hip height because it does sit perfectly with the smaller of my waist, and just with like how short I am, how short my torso is, anything full length just looks kind of funky on me. So I do really love this, and this color combo is so good. So good. Like it definitely would look good too with the bloom, but like I just can't get over this Empire Rose. So this is the halo long sleeve here. As you can tell, like you really, I mean, it's not bad. It's also not even bad like sheerness wise, like considering like how dark the bra is, like it's not too bad, I would say. But like my biggest thing is like, you know, when you're looking for bras that like look good under a t-shirt and like you don't want too many seams, like it's not bad. You know, it's not that bad at all in my opinion. But yeah, I'm really loving the halo long sleeve situation. If you guys love the halo fabric and you guys love long sleeves as we transition into the colder temperatures, then you're gonna love this. And again, do not expect it to be super like sweat wicking or anything like that. She is very light, I will say. And she's like not like a seamless long sleeve or anything where it's supposed to be like super performance specific, but she's a nice light piece and she's like super stretchy. She is very comfortable on the skin. It just feels so good. You have to know by just trying it. But I will say I can definitely see myself getting multiple colors in the halo long sleeve as we hopefully get more colors. So that is everything on the Collagen outfit and the halo long sleeve shirt. While I have the Empire Rose on, I have to put on that girl jacket. There's a lot of mixed feelings around this, but I personally enjoy it. I really do. And it's kind of a hybrid of, I'd say, the exposed mesh jacket, but also giving a little bit of like Eskandala vibes, but like its own. Like she is unique for sure. So this is what it looks like unzipped. Like I feel like it looks super cute. I'm not gonna lie, but I will say that the sleeves are going to be the biggest one that not a lot of people love. So as you can see, like we have kind of like some wings happening, you know, and like lots of breathability up here. You know what it's reminding me of is kind of like, you know, the like salsa shirts that some people wear and they have like the super frilly, like poofy sleeves like this. That's really what it's giving me right now, but I'm kind of here for it. I honestly, like I said, don't mind it. I love the half mesh, half like almost like a performance fabric bottom. It's not like as stretchy, I would say, but like it's definitely more of like a performance fabric underneath here. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like an Eskandala and also like exposed mesh together into its own. One thing that is super unique about this jacket though, I would say, is that the bottom part here is bonded. And so when it's bonded, it's a little bit more of a stiff situation. It's essentially when the fabric is like bonded by glue, you know, it's like very stiff. So I will say that does make going like this a little bit more difficult than normal. In the medium, I really experienced it. So this one is a large. As you can tell, like with the large, I get like extra situation here, but it also wasn't a struggle to zip this up. Once it's up, it's fine. Even when I try on the medium, you'll see that, but that is the biggest thing that I noticed between a medium and a large. I also hope you can hear me okay because I realize I'm covering the mic. But yeah, this is the jacket a little bit closer up. So again, we have the bondedness. You can tell that the large isn't quite my perfect size because of how loose this is. Like this shouldn't be as loose, and that's something that I didn't love when we've seen the bonding on like waistbands of leggings or other bras, is like I just don't love how, because it is so stiff, it kind of moves as one. So like it's very obvious when it's like moving around or like doesn't lay flat or like fitted. But I will say, like when it comes to the cups and like I said, zipping it up, it was perfect. So this is a close-up of it. There are no pockets. There are some thumb holes, which is great. We also have a nice little cover here when you zip it all the way so that it's not like itchy or anything like that. So that's really nice there. And like, again, just like the detailing of like how the mesh sits and all the pleats that kind of naturally happen, I think are very flattering and very pretty. So I personally do love this jacket, and I think it'll be a great like one that if you want like a little bit of coverage, but you want it to be a little bit breathable with the mesh. It's definitely not going to be for everyone, just given like the puffy sleeve situation, but I do think that she will grow on you. Honestly, I think she will. So I don't know. I'm really into like these drop shoulder open arm jackets because it just doesn't feel as constricting, you know, like it's like wearing a hoodie, but like still a little fitted, you know? So I really do like the jackets and the crop hoodies that are coming out that have like a really big like armhole essentially and just some breathing room in the arm. So I personally love it. Okay. This is where the large comes up on me before I change into the medium. Okay. Okay. Like I definitely have like a lot of, you know, fabric here. But yeah. This isn't bonded either. It's just like it is like a little bit of a stiffer one. And that's what I'm saying. Like this material isn't like super, super stretchy, right? But yeah, that is that girl jacket. All right, so this is the medium, and you guys will see what I'm talking about when it comes to zipping it up. I do like the way that the medium fits more, I will say. Like I still have like some room here, but like see, it just fits like a little bit better. It's not as like extra fabric situation, but this part right here is when you realize that it is a medium. Like it's a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing crazy, but that took a little bit more like pulling of it to make sure that it fit over. So yeah, this is the medium here. It's a little bit harder to see in the black, but I do personally think it fits a lot better. And if I come up close, you'll see that like this right here isn't bunching as much. So personally for me, that's like the indicator that this is a little bit of a better size for me. So again, that is the medium, and like, oh, just so cuteness. And I love the way it sits for my torso personally. So yeah, that is the back here. And just so we might as well just keep comparing, you know, I just want to put the exposed one on just so that you guys can kind of see, because I think that's the one that it's getting the most compared to. So this one right here is going to be the medium exposed jacket. I also realize it's so weird for me to like be talking while I'm like off the screen, but I'm like, you guys can hear me. So this is the medium exposed jacket that we saw a little while ago, to be honest. It does have its own little detailings, you know, in the pleating and everything like that, but it's definitely not the exact same as the That Girl jacket. This one also had pockets in it and a zipper. I did feel a certain sort of way about this, but I get it. I get why they have the pockets like this and where they're high and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a little bit weird to me. Even like seeing it now, I'm just like, kind of just emphasizes that my boobs are like right here. But this is what the medium looks like in the exposed jacket for reference. I feel like they fit similarly in a way that like it's not too tight. You know, you have a little bit of looseness everywhere. Like it fits similar, but not, because they are different styles entirely, you know. But like I do think that consistently, I'm like, if I was a medium in this, I would get a medium in that and feel happy about it. But there's just so many details that are so different. So it's like not like a true comparison of the two of being like exactly the same, even though they appear to be the same. The images in the PDF will definitely break down the differences. Like, you know, even this part here is very different. The zipper doesn't have that like coverage here. The collar is different. The cuffs are different, right? And like, obviously it's not like half paneled, half mesh or anything. And so yeah, just a very different one. Like this one kind of feels a little bit more like the like elevated version of the Spice jackets that were like that jersey mesh. Like these kind of feel like the more elevated way, where that's kind of like the cousin, you know? So that is everything on the That Girl versus exposed mesh jacket situation. As promised, I said I would put the original collagen set on. So I have the original collagen mocha berry bra as well as the mocha berry leggings. And I know they made adjustments to the leggings, like the gusset was a big one. They changed the rises a little bit in the front and the back. But honestly, I don't notice much of a difference personally. I feel like maybe this is a little bit lower in the original one, but like, I don't know. I don't really notice much of a difference if I'm being so honest. And so like, this is a perfect example where, yes, there's changes that were made, but like, is it something that like everyone feels? Like, not necessarily. Like, it really depends on our bodies, our anatomies, all those things. I will say that I think I don't feel like as worried about a camel toe happening with this gusset than I do with the other one. Or sorry, I don't feel that way with the new one as I do with this one. Like this one, like, you know, when you feel like you may have a camel toe and you're like, I wonder, you know, like this one, I'm like, I wonder. That one, not so much. So like, it's so interesting to me how like gussets, the science behind that and like the different kinds there are and like what one can do for, it's just crazy. It really is. It really is that it's something that us girls need to like think about when we're buying activewear. But yeah, trying this on, I really don't think that there's much of a difference. Like maybe this feels a little bit more lower plunge, but also maybe it's not actually. Like maybe I just got to adjust it. Like when you lay it flat, like it's pretty much the same. The back also seems like it's pretty the same. There's no notes of the bra being changed or anything. And so like I said, I feel like everything is about the same. Like I don't know. It's just it's not a significant enough change for me personally that I'm noticing, if I'm being so honest. So honest. You know what I like about filming like this is I could show you guys the realness of what it's like to be putting some of these pieces on. So this set will be very interesting on what people think and what they like or don't like. And so as I catch my breath and situate myself into this set, let me get into it for you. Okay, so I do a little dance to adjust these shorts. Let's start with the top because I feel like I have a lot more to say about the shorts. So this is the new seamless Sphynx bra. We last saw it as a ribbed Sphynx bra. I want to say that was what was it? Secrets in the Sand. It's this one right here. This one right here. I will try it on afterwards, but this one right here, it was very much like a going out bra for me. Like it was just a lot in the keyhole here, a lot on the side here. And so it just really wasn't for the gym for me. However, I will say this one, I would feel a bit more comfortable to wear at the gym. Like, yes, she's still got a clavage hole, but it's not nearly as deep plunge. And this right here, like it's, you know, it's kind of like what some other bras do as well. So like, I don't feel like it's anything like not tasteful. This is just like going to depend on the size of your cups, but I do like the seamless situation. I think it looks really cute and I feel like it's a bit more like gym, like actually gym, not like gym appropriate. Like I just would feel like I could actually wear this whole outfit to the gym, but like feel a little bit elevated. Like it definitely makes you feel a little dressed up. And I don't know if it's because of the keyhole and like the higher neck or what, but I think this style in general has always made me feel that way. But I do really like this version of the Sphynx one way more than the last one. So this is the front here. I am wearing a medium. I wish I had gotten a large just to give me a little bit more coverage this way, and then maybe it wouldn't push my boobs together as much, and then I wouldn't feel like I literally just have a straight line of my clavage, you know? Down here feels nice and comfy, which is good. Here has felt just fine. I wore this for a couple hours the other day and I felt all good. Like I could have kept wearing her. And then this is the back, just a nice little standard racer back situation going on, which feels, again, nice and simple, you know, showcase the back a little bit. And then just like a nice thick band here, which I do appreciate, like how it's tucking in the lats right now. And it feels really good in that sense. So medium isn't bad. I'm just curious as to what a large would fit like overall. That is the top. Let's talk about the bottoms. Let me tell you, she definitely is doing a little bit of what the Miracle shorts be doing. You know, with the intense compression right under here, and then just having it be normal here to like really emphasize it. The one thing I will say though, is that the bulging here is a little crazy, okay? This look isn't gonna be for everybody. Let's just make that so clear. This whole push up for the butt is not for everybody. I will say I absolutely fucking love the Miracle leggings, the Miracle shorts, like that I'm all game for. This, I'm like, it is definitely more compression than the Miracle. Let me say that so for real. And I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but like I am getting serious bulging right here just because of how much compression there is, and like I have body fat there, you know? So while it is lifting the glute, you know, like we do have quite the cake happening, it's also causing a little bit of bunching here, which I don't know, like, I don't know, I feel like you could definitely see it because it's like a different ribbing right here versus here. Like it's a little bit less here and then like very intense right here. And then it's like normal here. So they very much made like a cousin to the Miracle shorts. However, this one does not scrunch up the cheeks. That's the only thing that's a big difference that I would say is this line does not go up your cheeks no matter what you try to do. I couldn't. But I do think that this compression here, and like I hope you guys see like a decent back shot, but like I feel like it looks funny, it feels funny. And like, even though, like I said, I get the push up in my butt on from the side here, like you can see it's pushed up and like really emphasized. I just feel like it's too much bulging right here. I will say she does more for me than the previous waterfall bottoms did. The leggings, like when it had all this paneling and like all that stuff, like it didn't do anything. Like it wasn't like compressive by any means. It was just like a design. These on the other hand have the motherfucking compression, okay? Like we are compressing to really cup the butt like this. So I think it's gonna be personal preference. I think it depends on how you feel about these whole like compression bottoms in general that are, like I said, like a little push-up bra for your butt. From the front, it feels fine, but like it's tight. It's quite tight, I will say. You do have to be very careful putting them on. I think it would be the same for the leggings. I don't personally have the leggings, but I feel like it'd be quite the same for the leggings because like the minute that like I was pulling up the shorts right here, like I am like very, very carefully doing that. And even now it just feels so tight. And just standing here like just feels tight. So just so you guys can kind of see, I'll do a little, so like this feels fine. Like the butt part feels great. It's more so like this situation here. And like I said, I think some people will, that's what they expect if you like wear these kind of like bottoms a lot. But I don't know, like you can see it, hopefully you can see it here. I'll try to get a picture maybe, but yeah, like just if I were to think about like Miracle and these ones, they're both trying to do the push-up thing, but I feel like I'm more comfortable in the Miracle. My butt looks way better in the Miracle because it goes up the cheeks as well as a little bit of a lift. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the improvement in these, I will say, but it's just, I don't know, like it looks good when I'm looking at the footage here, but like it's just a sausagey feeling right now. Like imagine me just like standing, right? Like I'm just standing at the grocery store in line for my food or something. Like I feel like you're just looking at this chunkers right here. I don't know. I don't feel that way with the Miracle, so I'm just kind of conflicted. But yeah, this is the new waterfall seamless shorts, coming in leggings as well, and the Sphynx seamless bra. All right, putting on the old Sphynx bra to show you the difference as well as the waterfall seamless leggings here. But as you can see, when it comes to the bra, let's start with the bra, like very much more like out there. And like I said, more of like a going out top for me personally. It came with a matching skirt, so it was like a perfect little going out outfit. But like this I would wear with like maybe some faux leather leggings or something and like go out in it. But it's just a lot happening here for the gym. I don't mind this, it's more so this here. And the back was great, like it was fine. So just wanted to show that for comparison. I wanna say this is also a medium and the other one was a medium. I will confirm that on the screen. And then for the leggings, as you can see, like it has the same detailing of like the ribbing going up this way and then like, you know, keeping the glutes a different material here and then having, you know, the different ribbing here and then the different ribbing down here. But the compression is not there. Like there is no different level of compression happening with these leggings as opposed to those shorts. So like very, very different situation. This, I feel like the contrasts were all just for like the visual effects, where that one is for visual, but also like actual compression going on. So just so you know, it's drastically different from the last ones, like significantly. Okay, so we're starting with the last versions of these pieces. So we have the Dream Heather bra as well as the Dream Heather leggings. The Dream Heather bra, could not tell you which collection this is from. I want to say Grounds, but I could very much be wrong. But this is what it used to look like here. I honestly did really like her. I thought she was a cute, like, square neckline situation with like, I love this like tapered strap situation as well. It had adjustable straps. I love the Dream Heather. Like I really didn't have much to complain about with the Dream Heather bra from the previous version. With the leggings, I personally love them. I know they were very high rise for a lot of people, but again, I love me a high rise. And so I also didn't have a problem with these. I thought they fit really, really well. Like I didn't really have much to say about either of the pieces. So the fact that they made some adjustments, I'm like, oh, okay. So the adjustments that we can expect to see, and I'm going to read it behind here, is, I can't even read that from here. Borrowing from the Revolution sports bra for the neckline. We also reduced the armhole curve and raised the front of the neckline on the new ones, the one that I'll be trying on shortly here. And then when it comes to the leggings, we went with a higher compression and a lower rise compared to the last run in Vita. So again, these are the ones from Vita in the beautiful color Playa. And this is the one right now. So let's take a peek at the armhole, right? Let's document that. Let's note that. I kind of like this actually, noting the changes while I'm wearing the previous ones and then putting the new ones on so that we could, like, we know what we're looking for. I should have done it this whole time, but we're like more than halfway done. So noted for the next one. And then taking note of like how high this goes, right? And just seeing like how stretchy it is. She definitely still has like a good, decent compression to it. But let's see. So this is the front right here. This is the back. One thing that I did notice right away is that like the straps look different on the new one. So be mindful of that, but let me go change. This color, absolutely stunning. Love her so much, especially in the Dream Heather, like heathering situation. So the bra, immediately, I definitely see the difference here. Like we are very much borrowing from the Revolution sports bra. She looks basically like a Revolution bra, just in the Dream Heather. We have a lot more coverage here. You can definitely see the armhole adjustment that they're referring to has definitely been there. The straps, like I was telling you, immediately I could tell that they're a bit thicker. Even the straps on the back, I can definitely tell that it's come up a little bit higher. It almost feels like a little bit longer here too. So I do think that they very much made this kind of like a Dream Heather Revolution bra. Here is the back of it. I didn't adjust the straps perfectly, so they might look still a little bit too tight on me, but like even the straps here are a bit thicker than the last ones, but I love that we still have the adjustability. And like, I honestly really, really love the Revolution sports bra. So I'm like, I'm okay with it being a Revolution sports bra, just like Dream Heather. Now the leggings, I'm a little confused because I actually feel like they're less compressive than the Vita ones. I can see them not being as high, but they're still relatively high on me, I would say. You know, like this is kind of like what, I don't know. I don't feel like it's much shorter, I guess you could say. And then, yeah, I actually feel like these are less compressive in a good way. Like I feel like it's a lot more like, kind of like the first Dream Heather that we saw that was like very stretchy, very like, I don't want to say movie, but like, I feel like it wasn't as stiff or like thick. The Vita ones I do feel like are a little bit thicker, but I'm also like, maybe is it the color? Because I do know that certain dyes can feel a little bit differently than others. So I actually have to disagree with the changes, that I don't feel like this was an increased compression. I could agree that it's slightly lower in rise, but not like a significant amount. Like you can still see how high it comes with the bra. The bra, I definitely see the differences, absolutely, for sure. So yeah, just kind of interesting. I will also, there is a scrunch in the Dream Heathers as well. I just had to like really scrunch it up there, as you can see, but she has a little glute separation for you, just to show the cellulite situation. It's not bad, I would assume, in a darker color, but I really, really, really like this green a lot. This and Empire Rose are probably my top two colors that I like. It's just so pretty, so pretty. So anyways, I'm loving the updates to the Dream Heather sports bra, especially, but like this whole set, I love, absolutely love. So I don't know, very interesting about the note about the leggings, because did not feel that way at all. Just a quick note on the spillage, definitely nice and controlled there, which is always good. And like I said, nice side boob coverage as well. Okie dokie, I'm gonna put these on over top because I do think it's important to see that like the first few wears of your threads, it sheds a lot. It definitely like pills a lot onto your clothes if you do layer like this. So like be mindful if you like throw these over your sweats or your shorts, or like even the hoodie over a sports bra, like the fleece inside does get all over the place. And I think it takes a few washes for that to go away. So just keep that in mind. But like, oh, look at these greens together. Even together, they just look so good. They're just so good. So good. But it's such a vibe. Look at this. I love this combo right here. So I have a size small in this jacket, and she's massive, okay? Like, it is, I mean, they've always been oversized, like even my smalls from the last time, like it's meant to be already oversized. However, I will say, and you may not be able to hear me, I will say that if you do throw your threads pieces into the dryer, they do shrink a tad. So you could absolutely go ahead and do that. But this is honestly, I bashed her a little bit when we first came out with threads, because I was like, that is the thinness of the material, and like, that's how much you're gonna be paying for that. But threads is quite literally my most reached sweatsuit. I mean, other than Cloud, okay? Cloud, I don't wear it as much in the summer because it is thicker, but like Cloud, I could die on a hill for that one. But threads, I reach for in all the temperatures, because it's the perfect amount of like thinness and thickness that like in the summer even, like it was great. In the fall, winter, I'll be definitely wearing it. And like, it's just such a great, like, throw it on and good to go kind of thing. It's a great warm up situation. It's a great, like, I don't want anything too thick situation or too thin. Like, I don't know, but something in the threads just grew on me. It really was one of those, you know, little collections of its own that had to grow on me. But now I'm obsessed. And that's why I have literally it in 2 of the 3 colors, and definitely plan on getting the 3rd. So yeah, I definitely bashed it a little bit for like when it first came out, but now I can't not have it. So I love them so much. I will say over time they do start to pill a little bit, but it took a long time for my threads to pill, I would say. And so yeah, we have an updated like all the hoodies kind of like have this new updated one anyways going forward. But something that is big update in these ones specifically is the pocket. So we saw this like in mesh insert pocket situation in the plush fleece jackets, and we've never seen it in the threads, but it's now in the threads, so it can help kind of like hold, I don't know if you could fit your phone there, but you could hold like keys, cards a little bit better, because definitely like in these kind of like standard ones, like they can fall out a little bit. So I do like that improvement in the pocket, just like a small detail that like can make a big difference for sure. But yeah, you could definitely put like some keys or like, yeah, a card or something like that, and it wouldn't like fall out as bad. But yeah, I don't know, like it's just such a, you know, chill sweater situation, but it's just so good. Literally so good. Like you always feel cute in it. And like, again, I love that it's a perfect like thinness to it that like, again, immediately you're like, really this? Like it doesn't feel like anything special. Like it's not like the Cloud material and like how special the Cloud feels. I think it's just like the versatility of it is what I love so much, and just like the oversized look already. Like some people will wear it like this. I like to tuck it up and then over, and I like this look for me personally. I like to do the zip down situation, right? Like I like to do this thing too. But like as we go into fall, and like, you know how like near the end of summer here, like the mornings and the evenings are chillier, but then like the daytime's hot, like such a great situation here. Now going on to the bottoms, I don't remember what size this is. Hello? I don't know if I'll know the size for you guys right here, but I will say they're a little long for your girl. Okay, they're a little long, but I mean, I'm also like super short that like everything's just long on me. We do have the cross waistband situation. I know in the past I've said like it would be nice if we had like a drawstring or something, and I still believe in that, like it would be nice, but I also like that cross situation looks so cute. Like it just snatches the waist for sure. I know it looks a little bit bulky right now because I have the leggings on underneath, but yeah, it's just such a cute set. And like, again, it's great to like throw over things. It's great to wear on their own if you don't wear anything underneath it. They are a little bit longer on me, but once you put my Croc platforms on, you're all good to go. But I want to say that these are the medium ones, and I can take these off now and double check, but I want to say these are mediums because they are a little bit longer, and I know one of them doesn't come too long. Yeah, so these are the mediums, so that makes sense why they're a little bit longer on me, but I like that they're just like a little bit baggier. So I always like go back and forth between like small joggers or medium joggers. And I think it just depends on like the fit that you really want. So I like to get both so that I can, depends on the day, you know, but like, oh, even look at this, like this hoodie with it like off the shoulder with the Dream Heather set. So cuteness, so cuteness. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but like it definitely like shed a little bit. And I think it depends on the different materials. Like the Dream Heather definitely is not catching on to the fuzzies as much as like the Newbury does. But like you see some fuzzies for sure. I don't know if you'll see it well, but just something to be mindful of is that the little fleecies inside do like to cling on to other areas. I will say these are not dog hair friendly. And like I said, over time, my joggers have pilled, but like I've worn them a lot. I've sweated a lot as well. And like they're just such great versatile pieces. So just be mindful of it. But like I would 100% buy them myself, just given like how much use I've gotten out of them and like just how I've been able to wear them in so many different occasions. And just like you feel comfy but cute. And like with all these colors, you cannot go wrong. Here's the small from the first time that we saw it. And like you can tell like the fuzzies over time, like if you look at the new fuzzy versus old fuzzy, I don't even know if you can tell the difference on camera, but you can definitely tell that like it's like brand new. Like it still has a lot to shed before it becomes kind of like this one after I've worn this one a lot. But I would say like sizing wise felt pretty much the same. I mean, mind you, I have definitely ran this one through the dryer where I haven't run that one through the dryer yet. So yeah, I mean, very, very similar. Same thing. I'll do this. I think this one looks a little bit smaller. Like I said, I've put this through the dryer, so that makes sense. But I just, yeah, I love the way it sits when I do that. You can obviously do this if you wanted to, but I mean, sometimes I'll do this if I'm wearing like shorts or something. I don't know, but just wanted to compare the old ones, and I will pop on the Empire Rose set to wrap us up. So these are the small joggers that I'm about to put on, and you'll see that they definitely come to a better length on me. They still come longer. Yeah, they still come longer. They definitely still come, I know it's hard to see, like I can't fix the camera, but they do still come longer on me where I would need some sort of a platform, or they will drag on the floor. I could also pop these into the dryer and see if that helps, but yeah, haven't gotten around to that yet. This sweater I want to say is a medium. Oh no, this is a small too. And honestly, I'm glad I went with smalls because they are quite oversized. Like even this combo looks so good. I mean, it gives me a little bit of a modern Barney vibes, but it even looks good together too. So yeah, I don't know. They just really, I really, really do like this color palette. It's because I don't have a different hoodie size. It's all pretty much the same. But that would bring us to the last pieces that I have to try on for you. Let me take a seat while I talk about everything else that I don't have. Okay, so this is truly like the craziest setup because I've never done it this way. Like I'm still standing, but like, again, like having my computer here with you filming here, I feel like I'm just talking to you on a Zoom call or something like that. So we are gonna go through the other pieces that I do not have, and I'm gonna just talk through them a little bit. And then that'll bring us to the end. You know, it was a little bit chaos to get to this point, but I don't know, it was kind of fun having it a little bit more chaotic. Like I said, trying on the older pieces, talking about it like as I was showing you. So I loved being able to like show you guys things while I was talking and stuff. So definitely, I don't know, I need to find a hybrid of all the different ways that I want to film these videos, or maybe just keep changing it up. Start from the top. All right, so going into, we did cover the Alpha Sports Bra, so check. Revolution Sports Bra is only coming out in one color, which is so weird to me because Revolution Sports Bra is one of those pieces that like normally come in like 8 billion different colors. But I do find that sometimes maybe they just like pump the brakes and they're like, okay, we've given a lot of these colors, but like there was one collection, I think it was like 2 months ago or something like that. Literally there was so many freaking Revolution Sports Bras that I got so many Revolution Sports Bras, but I, again, have grown to love them so much. I want to say, like, I have to stop saying I've grown to love them because I have been loving them for at least 2 years now, where when they first came out, I had my opinions, but they are one of my favorite bras. of all time. And like they're a big customer favorite for a reason. So anyways, there's only Garden Party coming out in the Revolution Sports Bra this time around. I do love a large in my Revolution Sports Bras. I think it just gives me the perfect amount of coverage and everything like that. And I just love a good square neckline with the straps and like the nice strappy back. It's like super, super flattering on so many different people. So yeah, there's only one color in it though. So just be mindful of that. Double Dip Butter Sports Bra. This is one that we recently just talked about and I do love her a lot. She's such a comfy bra. Like that's like the best way that I can describe it is like, it's one of those comfort bras where like, it's not really about the way it looks. It's about the way like it's just so comfy. It's so like plain and like the best way possible. It's just like 2 straps, scoop and scoop. Like it's just so chill. You know, it is one of the bras that I like to reach out for whenever I'm wearing like something like this, that I'm just like looking for the comfy vibes. So if you're looking for something like that, or if you're looking for like a bra, again, to go under something like the Halo tees, that's like nice and plain, nothing too crazy, then the double sports bra is definitely a great option. And the butter, you cannot beat the butter. Like it's just so skin, like so good, you know? So we do have the Double Dip Butter Sports Bra in 3 colors. We have Bloom, Eris, Ivy, and then High Court. I'm so bummed that I didn't get any High Court, but like I just loved the colors that I chose so much that I said I'm not gonna get any High Court. But it is a nice purple. You guys know me, I'm like not a huge purple girl. Like I know this is like basically purple, like it's picking up very purple on camera, but like it's like a pinky purple. Okay, so I didn't get High Court, but it does look super stunning. It kind of gives me like Venom vibes, but like as you guys know with Buffbunny collection, they may look the same on like the PDF or whatever, but it's very different when you see them in person. So we have those in 3 different colors. We also have, we did talk about the long sleeve curve crop. That's what it's called, the long sleeve curve crop. Collagen sports bra we talked about as well. How cool though, right? That it like basically hydrates the skin with the collagen. Like, I'm sorry, what? You know? Dream Heather Square Neck Sports Bra. We did talk about that as well. Micro Legacy, we're good, we're good. Oh, something that I should highlight is that the Ivy Dahlia print. So if you guys loved the Dahlia print that we saw in Kara Corey's collaboration, and you guys just like prints in general, the Dahlia one is definitely one that I feel like a lot of people like because it's like not too loud of a print. Definitely like on the green, it's a little bit louder than it was like on the black, but I do think that she's like not as like, yeah, loud of a print. As you guys know, I'm not like crazy into prints myself. I love a good one here and there, like maybe like a leopard print or something like that, or like a nice jacquard, right? Like I think the Bossy, like we overdid the Bossy a little bit. Dahlia is very nice. I had to pick and choose my pieces, so Dahlia wasn't like up there for me, but I do know that the Ivy Dahlia is printed onto the Eris Ivy, so it's not like white when it stretches out. It's like it's still the green, so it's like the lighter green that comes out in the print. So if you guys love prints, love the Dahlia print, then the Ivy Dahlia might be the one for you. That will also be the print will also be coming out in the Micro Legacy leggings, so we have it in shorts and the leggings. And then we do have aggressive scrunch leggings as well. Those I've like learned to enjoy a bit more with all the like little bit of refinement that they've done. It definitely, like anything that like separates the cheeks, obviously it looks great. And I know that the aggressive scrunch are a top fave for a lot of people. And I think I've said this in every single time that I've talked about the aggressive scrunch bottoms. It's truly just like the rise that I don't know yet. I'm not like sold yet, but like it's getting there. It's getting there. And I think that just like, I just got to keep trying, but I'm like selective, like maybe every other time that I see it, I'll get it. But yeah, so the aggressive scrunch leggings, I do love her more than I did when they first came out. So there's that. Aggressive scrunch shorts are also coming out. Again, I just like saw everything else and I chose that. But if you love the aggressive scrunch bottoms, whether that's the shorts or the leggings, we do have 3 colors in both. We have the Bloom, the Eris Ivy, and the High Court. And then we also have the collagen leggings. I showed you guys that. Dream Heathered. We have the Newbury scrunchies. So we have it in the Garden Party, the Bloom, and the Ivy Dahlia. We have Newbury headbands. I should have gotten a headband. That's what I should have gotten. I'm really into my headbands, but I will say I'm more of like a thicker headband girl. Like these ones are still a little too thin for me. Like I'd like that almost 1.5. Maybe not doubled, but like 1.5. But Newbury headbands, you know, can't go wrong with that. The Plunge Seamless Sports Bra, that one is not really for my titty committee. And I got quite a few of those in the last collection, that like the ones that kind of paired with the Miracle shorts, but this time around I have to say I'm good because they just nip slip, you know, a little nip slip situation. But it is good under like, again, sweaters like this, things like that. But we do have 4 more colors coming out in that one. And then we have the waterfall seamless leggings. Again, I only showed the shorts, but the leggings version will also be coming out. Then we have the Halo long sleeve baby tee. I realized I did not give it its moment considering that it's like debuting in this collection. Like I kind of just made it seem like it wasn't that big of a deal, but I do genuinely love that we have a long sleeve option because I'm just not much of a short sleeve girl, but I love the way that the Halo material feels. And so I do love seeing the long sleeve. Like, let me just say love one more time. We do have it in 2 lengths. We have the baby tee version and then just like the regular version, which is like a longer one versus like the midsection one that I had on. Again, it just kind of depends on the length of your torso and what your preference is. Empire long sleeve tee, which is the graphic tee for this collection. As you guys know, I don't typically get the graphic tees, but it's always the usual 100% cotton, the great quality cotton that we see a lot in the standard collection graphic tees that we always see. I also want to note that for the threads joggers, we do have a short, regular, and tall inseam. I did get a short in mine, but yet as you guys saw, they were still a little bit long, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, I'm very much like, do I need to get Love Story? Like the Love Story is the color that I wore in the Halo tee, but like imagine the Halo tee with the matching threads. So cute. I don't need it, but like I do, you know, so we'll see. Next we have the Everyday Duffel. Honestly, my everyday duffel in the lipstick red, I am all the time. I carry her all the time to the gym. She's just such a good go-to that's like not too big, not too small. You can fit a lot in there. It's nice and like flimsy, so it's like not too structured. And it's just like, I genuinely do enjoy her a lot. Like when I changed her over to be my gym bag, like I do like it. You could definitely pack a lot in there if you wanted to, but I think I just love how like not structured it is, so that no matter if I have it full or not, it can, you know, kind of be squished and everything like that. But I think it's great. It's definitely lasted me a decent while here. I'd highly recommend her for like just like I said, a gym duffel. You could do an overnighter for sure, but it's a kind of small. It's still kind of small. Like when you think about your toiletries, your makeup, like it kind of depends on what your overnighter looks like, but it is a great, like just like as it says, everyday duffel. And they just really nail it with the material of it being easy to clean and water repellent and all that stuff. But yeah, I wear her for the gym and love her. We also have a 3-pack half crew sock pack coming out. That's going to come in pink, green, and black. I have way too many Buffbunny socks, so I said I'm good, but I do love since Vita that they're changing the logo color based on colors that are like within the collection. And they also changed the line on the crew as well to like have that color. So I do like that. That is everything. That is absolutely everything in this collection. I know this isn't my traditional way of doing videos, but I was like, I gotta do something for the Gap fam, so let's just whip it all together. And I hope you guys still enjoyed this video. Like I said, I know I'm not my usual self, but I wanted to still make sure I show up in some sort of way for you guys. And I appreciate your guys' understanding, your patience, your love, your support. A few of you guys have messaged me on Instagram and stuff, and it's just a season that your girl is going through. I do hope that I can open up a little bit more on like, you know, things that I go through, how I overcome it, and just like more about everything else that I deal with versus like just coming on here to film YouTube videos once in a while. There's wedding planning I have to get you guys up on, like literally so many things. Like I get married in Mexico in 3.5 months. Like what is going on? So yeah, there's just like a lot. So I do, again, just like appreciate your guys' understanding with it. And I hope that I still brought some vibes today. And I hope this video helped you guys in shopping on Saturday if you guys are choosing to shop. Don't forget, you know, if you want to support your girl and if you want to get 10% off, code GABS does save you 10% off, and it does give me a commission. And it also tells the team like, hey, we love Gabs, keep her around. We've been around for, it's going to be coming up on, oh shoot, I want to say it's like 7 years soon. 8 sounds crazy, but it could be 8. I can't remember. I'll have to double check, but it's been a minute coming up here in October. I know it's always around the like Halloween fall collection that my anniversary comes up. So I say this every single video, but without you guys, I would truly not be here. I would not have the life I have. I would not have the opportunities that I've gotten and continue to get. And I just, being part of Buffbunny collection, I don't even know what that looks like not being part of the family. I see myself being here for as long as they'll have me, as long as you guys continue to want to have me here as well. I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's such an honor to be an exclusive athlete, but it's also just so cool and so fun to say that, like, this is part of my job and what I do. I get to talk about activewear. I get to help. I get to meet cool people. I get to connect with cool people that, like, feel like my best friends. Like, the way that this felt, like, very much like I was just, like, on FaceTime on my laptop or, like, in a Zoom call with you guys, like, felt really cool. And so, yeah, just, like, as always, you guys, when it comes to watching my videos, downloading my PDFs, using my code, interacting with me on Instagram, like, all of those little things matter. And it just means so much to me because I did not know when I first made my YouTube video on Buffbunny collection, Luna leggings, that I would be here still, you know, so many years later. So again, I always like to show gratitude for you guys, because without you guys, this video would not be happening. These clothes would not be on my body right now. I would be waiting like you guys till Saturday, September 20th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that is that. But my camera's going to die, and today has been absolutely long. Honestly, the last 18 days have been very long, but this has been an incredible, even just an hour and a half for me to just kind of disconnect and feel like I'm talking to my best friends right now about anything that is not serious for 1.5 hours. So love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one, and happy shopping. Don't forget to download the PDF if you didn't. And again, I'm over on Instagram and Discord if you guys needed me, but see you in the next one. Bye.